Hey everybody, my name is Andrew Dessen. I'm a realtor with United Home Realty in Colorado, and this is your May market update by the numbers. If you would like these monthly market updates sent directly to you, I'm going to put the information down below on how to join my mailing list, because I do send this out to a select group of people every month. Because the most common question I get is, how is the market? And this will answer it in a nice, concise way. With that, let's get started with our May market update by looking back on the 3 months, see what's happened in the market. This first chart shows the median close price of the last 3 months. As you can see, it has gone up pretty steadily, and again, showing we're in that spring market going into summer, prices are starting to rise. And here's how that looks at price per square foot. Again, pretty similar. And here's what this looks like, close price to original list price ratio. So you can see here we hit 100% for the first time since last spring. So this means that a house is listed for, let's say, $500,000. On average, it's going to sell for $500,000, the average house. So we know the average house is sold for 100% of what it's listed for in April. But what does that mean as far as how long it's been on the market? Well, as you can see here, that has gone down pretty steadily too. We had a big drop earlier, and this is still going down. We're down below 10 days, meaning houses, they're basically staying on 2 weekends or less. The average one is before it goes off the market. So all those previous charts show that the demand has really increased the last 3 months or so in the Denver area market. And this one shows the same thing. This is the number of pending sales in April. So the number ones that went under contract, and this is just going by, volume. And as you can see here, this has steadily gone up. So that means there's just more action in the market. It's a good indicator that demand is still increasing. And of course, those of you who study economics, what goes hand in hand with demand? It's supply. So what has that increased demand done to supply? And as you can see here, it's had an impact. Our months of supply is down in the low 2 range, so we're looking at a pretty strong seller's market. But of course, the last 3 months can't tell the whole story. Let's look back and see what's happened the last year to see if we can find some trends and maybe help you make that right decision if you're a buyer or seller. So this last year close price, the median close price, we're not back up to where we were last May. As you can see, that was last April, May was kind of our peak in Colorado, and we had a pretty dark period, and we're coming out of it, but we haven't quite got up to that point. So we know the prices haven't quite recovered since last year, but what about the number of pending sales, the volume, what's happened there? And we have dipped pretty well below where we were, but as you can see here, this stat is the one that looks like it will surpass where we were last year at the coming time, because we just had less and less as that summer went on, because of course interest rates rose around that time, like right around this peak. So I think we are going to see a lot more volume this year than we saw last summer. So we've seen all the statistics. Now, what does this mean for you as a seller? As a seller, this is a great sign. There's a lot of demand out there, and there's going to be a lot of volume. So that is going to decrease the inventory quite a bit. So if you're looking to get the most out of your home and sell it quickly, this summer is going to be a good time to do it. Although you may have been one of those people who tried to sell last spring and summer, and the market changed and it just changed your plans. And you might be looking at that yearly chart saying, wow, I don't even have as much equity now as I did this time last year. But the good thing is we are trending upwards now, and as we were trending downwards last year. So the equity is probably going to equal out if you say we're going to list your house really soon here, and it's only going to get better as the year goes on. And mainly, there's a lot more demand out there. I think people have realized that they can't just wait for the interest rates to drop before they buy. People just, they follow their life and they need to buy now. So you might not gain all the equity you had back at this peak, although it's going to be a lot better time if you are a seller and you want to get this off the market quicker so you can move on to buying your new home, maybe here in Colorado or somewhere else. And of course, on the buyer side, you might be wondering, what's my silver lining? How can I take a positive out of these statistics? And for those buyers, I would point them to look even further back. And if they were trying to buy the last 2 years, let's say 2-3 years, and then this is still going to be a better time for them. So this one is the months of inventory. So as you can see here, we had some really low valleys in the last 2 or 3 years. And we're definitely not that low. So there's more out there. It had time to, I guess, build itself up, you could say, over that time we had when interest rates rose. So, obviously there's a lot of competition out there still, but there's also more choices out there. And of course, I will say, looking at these stats, if you're trying to figure out, use it as a way to time the market perfectly, I'm sorry, that doesn't happen, at least on purpose. Usually life is what decides. You move to a new place, you need a bigger home, you need a smaller home. That's really what just makes these decisions for us. And if you're one of those people, maybe you're looking to buy or looking to sell, you can always reach out to me. I have my link in the description below, the best way to get a hold of me. And you can schedule a free 30-minute real estate consultation with me because I'm never too busy for you or your referrals. And if I don't work in your market, if I'm, say you're outside of Colorado, still feel free to reach out to me because, if I don't work where you are, I likely know someone who does. And that has been your May market update. Thanks for watching, everybody.